Well, I think the outlook for the capital markets is really bright. We have several factors here that are going to impact us. We believe that we are beyond just an oil country. The kingdom has vast reserves of minerals. Companies like Ma'aden and the likes of Ma'aden in the northern region have invested over 130 billion riyals in this sector. And we believe that this will be a promising growth sector for the future. Moreover, the kingdom has just in the past few years introduced insurance in the country. Insurance penetration in the country is about 1%. Globally, it's much more than that, 1% of GDP, of course. And just recently that the companies have started to turn profitable. Some of them, of course, are not, but the vast majority are actually improving business lines now, and we believe that this sector also represents huge growth factors in the future. Also, the new initiatives on the housing market in Saudi Arabia from the government, we believe also that that will eventually create growth opportunities in the cement and the real estate sector. Of course, finally, but not lastly, we have the QFI introduction recently in the kingdom. This was introduced previously with the STROP instruments in the kingdom a few years back. Now the next evolution has been introduced into QFI, Qualified Financial Institutions. And again, this has been around now for about 4 months. The start has been slow, but steady. And I think this is just the start of the wave of investments from outside the kingdom that will come in preparation from the MSI inclusion in the time frame of 2017, 2018. I think one of the opportunities currently is that the market valuations are around 16% right now. The history of the past 10 years has been around 70%, so there is room for growth in this. Of course, the markets, some of the petrochemical sectors has been on a decline in profitability. Some of the telecom stocks have been declining in profitability. All of these things can reverse rather quickly. So I believe that when this cycle turns and we have the next profit growth cycle in the market, we would have rapid increases in the equity values as we have. Like I said, there are various sectors that are actually promising in this in our market. We have the insurance sector, we have the retail sector. So there are lots of things that can happen positively in there. The country has a young population. About 67% of the population is under the age of 30. King Abdullah, the late King Abdullah, introduced the foreign scholarship program, and this has been continued by King Salman. So there are over 200,000 Saudis studying abroad. A lot of them have actually introduced new innovations, new technologies around the world. So I believe when these people come back to the kingdom, there will be entrepreneurship in various sectors that were not existent in the kingdom before. That will help the growth, I think. We have a low debt to GDP ratio, expected to be around 6% by the end of this year. This is one of the lowest around the world. The mega projects around the transportation projects around the kingdom, whether it's the airports or the railroads, will lead to economic activity and growth, plus the hospitality projects around Mecca and Medina and various areas around the kingdom. Experts are predicting that by the year 2020, there will be the income from the Umrah business will be around 47 billion riyals, which is a huge increase. The challenges, of course, are volatile oil prices. This has impacts on how you do your budgeting and your fiscal policies. The geopolitical unrest around us in neighboring countries. The lack of income diversification in the kingdom, which of course the government is working on right now. And weak private sector job creation, which has been under the eye of the kingdom, of the government for the past few years, and actually they have introduced new laws and regulations in order to make sure that the public gets hired in the private sector.